And I was like, please, please, Jesus Devontae Christ. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Dishon, and today we're going to be doing an anti-haul for 2020. Products that I cannot stand, and I'm going to tell you all about them, and I don't want you picking them up. I don't want you trying them out. I don't want you doing anything with them because this is an anti-haul. Don't buy it. But before we get into all that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on my post notifications so that I can be notified of all of my future videos. I also want to give a big, huge thank you to all the new supporters that I've been getting, all the new subscribers that I've gained over the past few days. My last video that I posted, which was the start of my new series called Watch Me Follow, where you guys watch me follow someone's skincare routine. I did Alyssa Ashley's. If you haven't seen that video, I will link it above for you guys to check out. I got a lot of support on that and a lot of new supporters, and I just want to say thank you to all of that because I'm not used to that. It genuinely made me feel very alive and just so happy. Like I cried tears of joy because I finally achieved my goal of reaching 100 subscribers before the year was over. We actually well exceeded that goal, and I have nothing but you guys to thank for, and God, of course. Let's see. I think we should probably shoot for maybe like 200 subscribers now. Like, let's keep this going. Like, I always want to keep a goal in front of me so I have something to look forward to. So I guess 200 subscribers is the next goal that we're going to reach for. So make sure you guys support me in that. I'd really appreciate it. So without further ado, let's get into the anti-haul. So the first product that I'm going to talk about is the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner and Serum. I'm just going to come out the gate swinging. Y'all know I don't like this product. If you haven't seen the products that I hate video, I will link that above right now for you guys to check out too. I just personally don't care for the product. I even mentioned it in my Fenty Skin review. I look at the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner Serum as like shampoo conditioner, like a 2-in-1 kind of thing. Like they tried to fit like two different things that are kind of just like the complete opposite into one product to try to like see if it can make up for an extra step to try to minimize your skincare routine. I did not agree with it. My skin did not agree with it. You know, some of the ingredients were definitely beneficial and like the idea was there, but the execution lacked. Before I start dragging the product completely, I don't want to be completely negative because there are a couple positive things about the Fat Water Toner that I did appreciate. I like how it had glycerin because the glycerin was going to help lock in that moisture. I like how it had niacinamide because that niacinamide is very important. It helps brighten your complexion, any dark spots or scarring that you have, and my skin loves niacinamide, and I actually prefer that kind of ingredient more than like a vitamin C. And I also appreciated how the packaging of the product, when you would turn it upside down, product wasn't leaking out. It was very recyclable and environmentally friendly. I like the whole aesthetic of the packaging as far as like the first launch of the whole Fenty Skin brand. But with the Fat Water Toner, I want to say the only thing that kind of off-put me was the fact that it had witch hazel in it. Now, I have used a couple products that have like witch hazel in it. I'm sure we all have at some point in time. It really depends on the percentage of witch hazel in the product to see if it's really bothersome. I personally try to avoid witch hazel if I can. I don't think that is beneficial for my skin at all. I know everyone's skin is different. If you're unfamiliar with what witch hazel is, it is an astringent. It does cause over drying in the skin for some people. I know some skin types don't really get that kind of effect from it, but my skin does. I feel like the witch hazel caused my skin to have dry patches because when I was using it, I was using it with a cotton pad, and it caused like the area around my mouth to have dry patches and discoloration, whereas I've never gotten that before with any product that included witch hazel in it. So I honestly think the dosage of witch hazel was probably just a little bit too high, higher than I've ever had, or it just possibly could have been a combination of witch hazel and a few other ingredients that kind of counteracted each other, and my skin just didn't agree with it. In my personal opinion, if you have niacinamide, which is a brightening ingredient, and then you have glycerin, which is going to help lock in moisture and hydrate your skin and also act as sort of like an alpha hydroxy acid treatment, but then you have an astringent combined with those, they kind of fight each other, and it's not really like sitting at the table agreeing with anything. It's kind of like Thanksgiving coming up. You know, you got the bougie aunt on one side, you got the cheap aunt on the other side, and they're just going back and forth across the table arguing about who spends the most money, who spends the least money. You got the grandmama sitting here like this, not saying nothing, enjoying the mess. You got the little cousin on TikTok filming the whole thing. It's just too much going on at the Thanksgiving table and nobody's really on the same page. That's just how I feel about the Fat Water Toner Serum. It is too much going on at Thanksgiving and I don't want it at my table. So yeah, don't buy it. While we're on the subject of toners and serums being in one product and not really belonging to each other, the next product that I cannot stand the idea of is the Clear Genius Clarifying Toner and Serum from Bliss. Now, I first saw this product on Nikita Dragon's channel. She was doing like a sponsorship for them. And of course, as with a lot of makeup channels, when they do skincare sponsorships, some of them go into detail about the skincare product. Is very rare, but most of them just kind of brush over the details and they just kind of demonstrate it. Some of them don't even demonstrate the product, which Nikita didn't do in her video. She didn't demonstrate using the product, she just talked about it. And to me, I was just like, you know, that's not really like telling the people about the product. I want to see it be shown. I want to see it be demonstrated. I want to see just how you actually like it. I want to see like a thorough review of a product before you do an actual sponsorship. This isn't me coming for Nikita. This is just an observation.
That ain't bullying. That's an astute observation.
I just noticed some of the ingredients when I was looking up how similar it was to the Fenty Skin Fat Water Toner Serum. It included niacinamide, a BHA instead of an AHA, and it also had witch hazel. And so I'm just like, you know, these ingredients are pretty similar. I can almost come to the conclusion that these are going to operate the same way. And it's pretty much giving that oxymoron shampoo, conditioner, Head and Shoulders kind of tease, in that it's not going to actually tone your skin. It's going to seep into the skin quickly. It's going to have that astringent, that witch hazel that's in there, and it's going to dry my skin out again. But it also has salicylic acid too. And I think having salicylic acid and witch hazel is just going to be too harsh on the skin, because salicylic acid is already an active ingredient that's going to help reduce the sebum levels, but then you have something else that's going to dry out the skin. So you have something fighting your acne, you have something that's drying your skin out. It's not really going to leave much for hydration, and including ingredients like a BHA and niacinamide to help brighten and hydrate. Again, it's the Thanksgiving table dinner all over again. It's too many people having conflicting ideas and no one is really coming to an agreement on anything at all. It is a drugstore product, and I know with a lot of drugstore skincare products, especially toners, drugstore toners have witch hazel included pretty much like 8 times out of 10, and they don't really focus on other ingredients that they can include that don't include astringents and anything that might be too harsh on the skin. So I will give like some forgiving points with that, but that still doesn't excuse the fact that like there are other drugstore brands that are including those ingredients that aren't harmful to the skin. So I am going to pass on this one. Don't buy it. It's not worth it to me. Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said.
Some of y'all about to be real mad at me, but it must be said.
There is a product from The Ordinary that when I saw it, my jaw was like to the ground. And I was like, please, please, Jesus Devante Christ, please, I hope nobody is buying this product, because it will hook you up. And that product is the 100% niacinamide powder from The Ordinary. Gosh, please do not buy this. First of all, buying something that is 100% niacinamide and putting that directly on your skin, baby, you're gonna be feeling some stuff, and it's not gonna be good stuff. That is a kind of product that you wanna have a small percentage of. That's why The Ordinary has like the 10% niacinamide serum. That is something that you would want to include into your skincare routine because it's a very small percentage. Putting 100% of niacinamide out on the market like that for like, I believe it's on sale for like what, 4 bones? I can't remember the price off the top of my head, but having that product that accessible to like everyday people is borderline dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. Something like that, mainly people that kind of have the knowledge of how to cocktail products and get like a small amount of niacinamide powder and maybe mix it in with like a mask or something like that. Usually estheticians will cocktail ingredients like that. An esthetician is someone who would actually buy that product, but I think what The Ordinary should do, I think they should put a restriction on that kind of product so that it's not publicly available and only people that have a license can purchase it, because that can cause so many things. That to me is like a liability. Like, I would not feel comfortable as a brand putting that product out there, because people are gonna buy it and be like, ooh, niacinamide, I love niacinamide, but get the powder, get some water, and just pat, and then wonder why they wake up the next morning with like one layer of skin left. I haven't actually like gotten a chance to use any of the Ordinary products. I know the brand as a whole has like little ingredients that you can get at a very cheap price and incorporate it into your skincare routine, and it's just a little bit of an extra ingredient that you might be lacking into your skincare routine, and that way you can just buy like a $3 niacinamide serum or a $3 AHA serum or something just to add in if you need a little bit extra in a product that something that you're using isn't giving enough of. So I'm not trashing The Ordinary because I actually want to give them a fair chance and do like a brand review. So let me know in the comments below if there are any products that you guys like from The Ordinary. I would love to look into that, do some research, purchase some products on my own, and do a full video with just The Ordinary products. The next product that I want to talk about is the Kylie Skin Broad Spectrum SPF 40. And I might as well just include the oil too, because when I was on the website, they were selling like not only the sunscreen, but a sunscreen oil in like a bundle. And I was looking at the ingredients and I was just like, this really doesn't make sense. I know I'm new on the scene and a lot of other skincare influencers have dragged Kylie Skin to the pits of hell. I'm not going to do that today. There are some products that I saw on her website that I feel like I should at least give a chance. She does have like a lip mask on there that I was like, maybe that might be good. There's a couple things that I just want to do thorough research on. When you look at the ingredients, not much thought was actually put into how this actually will work for someone's skin. You can tell that like a dermatologist or like an esthetician just was not involved in the creative process at all. The problem that I have with these two products is that they include oils. Oils kind of water down the effect of a sunscreen, and when you're using a broad spectrum product, you don't want to have too many oils because that's going to kind of counteract what the sunscreen is supposed to do, and your sunscreen won't last as long. And that concludes this video. I want to say thank you again for all of the new subscribers that I've gotten and all the new supporters that leave so many positive comments. I want to thank you guys again so much, and I look forward to seeing you guys in all my future videos. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn my post notifications on so that you can be notified of all of my future videos. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media at King Dishon on Instagram and TikTok, and at King Dishon _ on Twitter. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Why not would I leave if you were everything I wanted you to be? When I saw what you did, who you were with, got me questioning the things that I believe. So I asked myself, do I